Falls Count Radio proudly brings to you Shooting with Evan Karagias, brought to you by RapidCashRefunds.com. So you're looking to give your taxes a good kick in the ass. Well, Rapid Cash Refunds will allow you to do just that. With all the questions you need regarding your taxes in official form, RapidCashRefunds.com promises to put you in the right path to becoming taxes free. And after you check out that website, why not check out EvanCourageous.com, the official website of former WCW 3-count frontman Evan Karagias. For all the info you need on your favorite WCW superstar, jump on over to EvanCourageous.com. Both websites are proud affiliates and sponsors of Shooting with Evan Karagias, brought to you by Falls Count Radio.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of Shootin' with Evan Karagias. I have Evan Karagias on the phone, and we're about to answer your questions asked by you on the False Count forum. Evan, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. We've got some good responses on the message board about questions that people want to ask you, so if you don't mind, let's go ahead and get these asked.
Let's do it.
First off, question number one is, how did you get into the wrestling business?
Well, I originally went out, tried out at the WCW power plant, and it was a 3-day brutal tryout. And once I made that, I went back and started training, and basically 5-6 days a week in the gym, in the ring, running, and put the pressure on them, saying, hey, I got a kid, and I need to make some money, so I need my shot. Eric Bischoff came to me on WCW Saturday night and said, all right, kid, you got one shot. It's do or die. And first match ever was against Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay then. You there?
Yeah.
All right. Next question is, who came up with the idea for 3-count?
Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart was the brains behind 3-count, and he actually had a different way of doing it. But he fought and fought like crazy to try to make this happen. And they kept saying no, and then we were actually at a show, and they said, all right, tonight's your night if you're going to do 3-count. So basically, they threw it on us in one night. I think Jimmy and I and Shannon and Shane wanted to basically go in the studio, take our time, make our songs, get our dance routines down, and Russo wanted us to, mess up on purpose and on the singing and the dancing to, get the heat. But I think if we'd have been really great at what we did, it probably would have went over even better. But we were real happy with the success that we did have under the circumstance, and that was just because of our high flying ring time, and we had some great matches with the Young Dragons and stuff. As a matter of fact, I was at SmackDown tonight, and everybody was asking us 3-count getting back together, and the Young Dragons, and there's a lot of talk about it.
Very cool. Is there a future for that to happen?
Well, that's a tough question to answer right now. I'm definitely not going to say no, but I would say if it does, it'll probably be in another year, because I know I've got a couple films I got to finish complete this year, and by next year, probably after April, there may be an opportunity there.
Oh yeah. The next question is, what do you think of the wrestling business today?
Well, I think of it kind of like the ratings do. They go up and they go down. After being at SmackDown tonight, everything was run very business. To me, it's a plus. It was very professional. Back at WCW, we had a lot of chiefs and not enough Indians. I'm sure everybody's heard that expression. So I was, I'm back on the wrestling side. I'm watching it. I'm studying it. And, there's no telling. Evan Karagias may pop on the scene before you know it.
And the last question of this series, so that we can keep these continuing every month, is what will happen to the wrestling business in the future, in your opinion?
Well, I think it'll continue following its cycles. I think there'll be times where it'll go up and it'll be down. And you never know when a new, somebody's got that charisma like The Rock or like Hogan, they could take it up to another level. But I think right now they always can fall back on the cruiserweights. If you remember when NWO started going down, it was the cruiserweights like Rey Mysterio and Chavo Guerrero and Juventud and 3-count and the Dragons, and we kind of held the ball for a while there until they could get their storylines back together. But I think it's on the rise right now, and I think there's a lot of good stuff to be looking out for.
Definitely. This has been the first episode of Shootin' with Evan Karagias. I'd like to thank you for doing this series with us, Evan.
Sure, man. Thanks for having me. And you know the old saying, "Don't talk about it, be about it," because EK is all about it.
Definitely.
False Count Radio proudly brings to you Shooting with Evan Karagias, brought to you by RapidCashRefunds.com. So you're looking to give your taxes a good kick in the ass. Well, Rapid Cash Refunds will allow you to do just that. With all the questions you need regarding your taxes in official form, RapidCashRefunds.com promises to put you in the right path to becoming taxes free. And after you check out that website, why not check out EvanKaragias.com, the official website of former WCW 3-count frontman Evan Karagias. For all the info you need on your favorite WCW superstar, jump on over to EvanKaragias.com. Both websites are proud affiliates and sponsors of Shooting with Evan Karagias, brought to you by False Count Radio.